All right, so for my interview, I interviewed my dad, who's a high school hockey coach for the Portsmouth high school hockey team. All right, so why did I interview him? Why did I interview my dad, who's a high school hockey coach? Well, I've always loved the game of hockey. I played for most of my life. I started maybe when I was 5, 6 years old. I just love the game of hockey. My dad also loves the game of hockey, and he was the perfect person to interview because one day when I'm older, I really thought coaching might be a fun thing just because I love the game so much. Helping others learn the game, like running a team, just seems really fun overall to me. And like honestly, I think that I could see myself doing that one day. All right. So the first thing that I asked him in the interview are what are the daily responsibilities? And so one of the first responsibility is you have to go to practice every single day. You got to be there for the team every day. You can't take off days because the team's depending on you. You got to watch film of the team and of the teams that you're going against because you got to be able to prepare the team for each and every game. And you got to dedicate a lot of time to watching film, maybe like a couple hours at least every single day. And then on practice days, which is usually every single day of the week, that unless there's a game during the week, you have to help run the practices. You gotta run the drills, instruct players, help them improve, give them advice, point them in the right direction. There's a lot that you have to do. There's a lot riding on your shoulders as a coach. On game days, you gotta help make a game plan, and set the lines for the game. Um, and also he's gotta run the team, has to be there for all of the kids. He's in charge of the group, so he's gotta be there. Like if somebody has a problem, he's gotta be somebody that the players can be able to talk to. Um, and if they have an issue, you probably want to bring it up with him because he's gotta know all the players. All right. How did he become a coach? All right, so as I said earlier, he's loved the game of hockey. He actually coached when he was younger or when I was younger, but that was a while ago. And so my senior year of high school, the coach for the team got fired and all the assistant coaches did too, and there are multiple spots that needed to be filled. And so the team hired a head coach and he reached out to my dad to become one of the coaches because he's well known and respected throughout the community. Because as I said earlier, he coached when I was younger and he already had a different job but he agreed to it because he loved the game. All right, and so the educational background, he didn't actually go to college to become a coach. He went to UConn and studied business, and then he got a master's degree from UConn in business. So, it's interesting because he's still a really good coach. Alright, and so when I asked him what the most enjoyable parts of the job were, the first thing that he said with a smile on his face is that he gets to be around his favorite sport almost every single day of the week. He loves the game. Tremendous, tremendous love for the game. Alright, and so another thing that he said was super enjoyable is that helping kids get better at the game of hockey and helping them understand how to play the game more effectively is fun because when he was younger, he started playing the game of hockey later in his life, so he didn't get to play when he was younger. He didn't really have a good coach to help him like understand the game of hockey better. He had to learn it on his own by watching and learning how to play by himself mostly. So it's a really big point of emphasis from him as a coach is that he just wants to help kids have a fun time playing the game that he loves. And then one other thing that he said was really fun, and one of the most enjoyable parts of the job was just getting to be around the group of guys. We had a really good group of guys last year, and then this year also when he coached, there was another really good group of guys. So it was just a really fun thing for him, connecting with all the players, just having conversations with them every single day. It's like he has 15 to 20 kids in does team success play a role in his job? Well, I would say for the first year, team success didn't really play that much of a role in his job at first, but then I guess it ended up doing it because the team his first year went I think 3-12 the year before, and wasn't really expected to be good his first year. But the team turned it around that year and went 14-5 in his first season as a head coach. So him and the other coaches, the head and assistant coaches, did a really great job with the team. And I would say overall now, team success does play a big role in his job because if the team loses a lot of games, the coaching staff is usually one of the first things that gets blamed. So if the team is struggling, he's gonna be a big part of the blame for that. All right, so for salary, I didn't really want to ask him much about the salary because it was only his first year coaching and he was not I don't think he was paid very much at all. So like I don't think it was really that important of a question to ask. And also coaching isn't his full-time job, so he doesn't really even want to get paid that much for coaching because he already has another job that he really likes to do. And I asked him a little bit about the salary and he said basically he wasn't really in it for the money. He just really loves the game and being around the kids, and that's just enough for him overall. He just, I don't know, he seemed to not really care about the money at all. He just enjoying being around the game that he loves, and that's just enough for him. All right. And then I asked him what's some advice that he could give for other people that want to be coaches, such as me in the future. And he said, if you really love a sport and want to help kids maximize their potential in that sport, then just go follow what you want to do in life, you know. He hadn't coached in a couple years, so you can really just jump in there and even if you have limited coaching experience, it's okay. You can just go in and if you just get to know the players, establish a good connection with the team, you can succeed in coaching and have fun while doing it. He was able to talk and communicate with the entire coaching staff and the other players on the team, and just the team will operate like a well-oiled machine. Like the most important thing about coaching is getting to know your players because if you want to maximize their potential, you gotta know the players. And so that was a really important thing that he actually did a really good job of. And that's a big reason why the team ended up going 14-5 and reaching the state finals in his first year. And so yeah, overall, coaching just seems like a really fun thing that I would want to do in the future. And after interviewing my dad, all the stuff that he says about like what you have to do to be a coach, the responsibilities, why he enjoys it, and then the advice he gave me just sounds like something that's really fun for me. And although probably if I wanted to make it my main job, I'd want to make a higher salary. It's probably when I first start, I won't be able to make that high of a salary. But in the future, after that, hopefully I can earn a higher salary by coaching.